My name is Walfrank. I'm from Orlando, Florida. I play baseball at A&D, and this is my final project video. I'm gonna talk about immigration and how it affects people's life. I'm going to interview a couple of my teammates that came as an immigrant, just like I did, and how they affect their life. I got here one of my teammates, Marcelo Betanza from the Dominican Republic. He's gonna talk about when he came to the United States.
All right, so came to the United States 2002, 6 years old. When I first got here, I didn't know a lick of English. I didn't know anything. And I started in school. I started in first grade. And because I didn't know English, they made me repeat the first grade again. For me, it was a struggle because not knowing English and being in a new land brings a lot of difficulties. So one of the things was being in school and not being able to interact with anybody because everybody spoke a different language. That was definitely one of the hardest things. I was young, so I learned English fairly quickly. And when I was learning English, I had an older brother who had spent some time here, so he kind of knew a little bit, and I learned through him and his friends, and being out and listening to music and just being in the culture definitely helped me. But that was definitely the hardest thing for me. Another hard thing for me was having to go to school and having to kind of get used to the culture and how things were done, and just being in a new place in general. That took me a long time. I still till this day I'm still learning new things about the culture that are still new to me, and I'm still getting accustomed even till today. I'm learning new things every day about a different culture, and the effects still have its toll on me today.
What about your family in the Dominican Republic? You haven't seen it often?
No, I mean, the longest I've gone without seeing is probably like 7 years. When I first came here, we used to go back every summer, but it's been a while now. It's been like 7 years now since I've seen them. I haven't seen my grandparents in a long time, but whenever I get a chance, me and my family, we try to go out. But we stay in contact and stuff like that.
Thank you, Marcelo. I got here one of my teammates from the baseball team, Adorno Dueñas. He's from Venezuela and comes as an immigrant just like I did. He's gonna talk about his life.
Yeah, so I moved to the United States in the spring of 2002, and it was just my immediate family, my mom, my sisters, and my dad. We all moved here due to the corruption in Venezuela. But it was a pretty difficult time. You know, we moved into a small suburb of Orlando called Claremont. Not many Spanish speakers there, so it took me a little bit to learn English. It's really different when we moved here. You know, the food was different, the culture was different. I mean, it wasn't just the language; it's just getting accustomed to the American life is really difficult. But you know, luckily I had baseball to lean on, and I made a lot of friends through baseball. You know, they kind of taught me how to speak English, and the school system, you know, kind of took me under its wing, helped me speak English. And you know, it's still tough. I haven't seen my family in a while. The last time I went back to Venezuela, we're citizens now, so I went back like 5 years ago, saw my family, but I don't get to see them very often. But you know, America, it's very different from Venezuela, but I mean, I like it. It's good, and God bless America. That's all I got.
Thank you very much. I'm right here with one of my teammates, Jared Norman. He played baseball with me, and he's going to talk about his adopted brother from Guatemala.
Yeah, I got an adopted brother from Guatemala. It kind of ties into the fact how immigration has impacted my life. We got him 3 years ago. He's 7 years old now, and the biggest thing that bothers me with it is he doesn't like to talk about his family back home, and when we got him, we found out that his family had been torn apart, and we went on a mission trip down there. That's when we picked him up, and the paperwork and the processing took about 3 years, but he's finally with us. I mean, the sad thing about some immigration, especially for some children, is that there's also a possibility they might never see their actual parents again, and what really hurts is that he talks about them more so than he used to, and you know, he's always asking, like, you know, where's my family? You know, am I ever going to see them again? And as his adoption family, it's kind of hard for us to tell him exactly what's going to happen with that. I mean, it kind of just came upon us to give him a place to live and take him in as one of our own, and I think he's really grateful for that. But in the back of his mind, it's a sad case that immigration kind of had to take away from him knowing his true family.
All right, thank you. You guys heard all the story about my teammates and the immigrant problems and the family and stuff, and now you guys gonna hear about my part. I mean, I'm from Cuba. I'm born in Cuba, in Havana. I came to United States 2011 with my dad, my mom, my little brother. Well, my little sister, my little brother born here in the United States. So he's a USA citizen. At the beginning, I didn't know anything about English. I came zero, no English at all, nada, nothing. I didn't know anything about English. It took me about my junior year in high school. I learned a little bit, like I can understand and talking in class, but I was struggling still. About my senior year, I was like pretty good with my English and getting better and speaking fluent with my friends and my coaches and people around. When I go to a store and buy stuff, a lot of friends from my baseball team helped me to my English. I got a good friend from Stetson University. It's like my best friend back home. His name is Logan Gilbert. He helped me a lot with my English. He's like one of my best buddy. And listen to country music, rap, anything. That's how I learned English here in the United States. In class too. During high school, I took a class called ESL, and they help you with English, and they come to your class and during how to pronounce the words and how to do the homework, explain how to do homework, and that's how I learned English. Now it took me 5 years to be a USA citizen. Me and my mom and my little sister with USA citizen. My dad hasn't been, not yet, but he's going to, and probably June's gonna be a USA citizen. He's gonna take the test again and do it. And I mean, I'm really proud, or not. I'm really happy with everything, my future here in the United States. I'm really excited what's going in my life. I'm about to graduate. I'm a junior. I'm about to graduate next year, and just ready to start working and living the dream, the American dream. Thank you. And this is my project, my final project video.